What's up, guys? We're going to go over a quick build that I'm seeing people use a lot of now. And I quite think it's better than Fireball. Shout out to iTel. We kind of put this together a while back, and we started seeing it become a little bit popular. So we just I want to share with you guys so you can kind of get an idea. Maybe you're bored of Fireball and want to check this out. So here we go. Beam Meteor, real simple. Elf Oath Pact. Meteor damage increased. Heart of Blazing Flame. This is going to give your meteor 800% damage, and it's also going to cause a scorching field, which you will see. That's a big part of the damage. You're going to run the Divine Mage's crown set, or the Divine Mage set. This is going to give your meteor 300% damage vulnerability that's going to stack every time it lands. There is an infinite amount of stacks, and it is a 10-second stack. So you can stack this thing pretty quick. I usually get it up to about 10 or 11 within a couple seconds. So you're looking at another 3,000 damage. And then fire meteors deal 3,500 more damage to scorching enemies. So when you set them on fire, they're going to take more damage. Easy. Fire amulet. This right here is the bread and butter of the build. You have to have this. I would suggest having this at least 10%. You can run it at 5. It is completely possible. Don't suggest it. I would try to get a legendary or a primal. This is the first primal you want. When you use a guided skill, there's a 20% chance on primal that a meteor skill will proc. Whatever meteor skill you have learned will proc. Okay? In our case, it's Fireball. Dreamland Ring. This is paired with your pet. The pay-to-win pet is what I like to call it, because you have to buy this pet. This guy right here, Spirit Dog. This is just kind of a must. You don't have to have this. I didn't when I first started. You can run any type of damage ring, but this is what you need at the end. Seraph's Light, your Fireball and Scorching is going to proc a lot. This is going to stack really fast. So Seraph's Light, and then we have the boots and the pants of the set. All right, must have this guy right here, first primal right there. Okay. Skills. Base attack doesn't really matter. I use this because I'm getting 30% more damage. If you don't have critical strike or critical hit chance high enough, you can run Scorching and auto attack in between your beams, right? Because this is going to give you critical hit chance every time you layer it up to 10. So 50% hit or hit chance. Right here, we just got one in Arcane, one in Disintegration Beam. That's it, because all we need to do is be moving, right? The most important part is Disintegration Beam. Can move during the glide, or the guide, sorry. So you want to be moving. You can use Fire Beam. It actually procs more with Fire Beam. We don't know why. We don't know why Fire Beam procs more. I have no clue, but it does. But you don't move while you're using Fire Beam. I don't like that, so I like to move. 5 points in attack, 3 points in the guidance rate. I've tested this on and off. This, from what I understand or what I've noticed, it helps the meteors proc more because I guess it's causing the beam to attack faster. That's my only guess. I just know that it makes the meteors proc more often. You have to have energy, a lot of energy here, so max energy. I have this on for survivability because my gear is really crap and I'm doing 150s, so I'm kind of getting crapped on. So I have this for life. You have to have max spirit regen. You have to have it. 5 meteor, 1 flaming, 2 afterglow. This is our main skill. Max this. 3 points in range damage, damage bonus. I put a point energy savings casting. Sometimes it helps me keep my energy up. 3 points into this. Non-basic skill or non-guided skill. Okay, it can't be any of those. Well, we're using a guided skill, correct, but the actual skill that we're trying to do damage with is not a guided or basic, so we're going to get 30% damage on meteors from this. 5 points into damage bonus increased. 15% more damage, 15 take more damage. I have this in here for survivability. Turncoat. This right here reduces the consumption of my energy, but I do 10% less damage. You do a crap ton of damage. I haven't felt like this has hurt me, but it's helped me keep my energy up. You can use this for guidance rate if you want to see about proccing more meteors, but I've honestly proc a decent amount. I'm not worried about it. Next up, what do we got? What am I missing? Oh, let's go with just your gems here. Real simple. Nothing crazy. I don't even have the money to upgrade mine. They're all crap. Fire, obviously. I have movement speed, HP, attack. I have as many crit gems as I can get in here because I want max critical strike. Okay. Resonance. Soul Soothing Orb. You can have this here, or you can have it here. Okay. One of these guys has to be equipped, one of them, and you have to have one inside your resonance. Second, you have to have these. Shoulders of the Star Scar. I would suggest this is your second primal that you pick up. Because what this does, enemies struck by Meteor Shower gain Star Scar status and take 200% Meteor Strike damage. Okay, Meteor Strike is a unique damage bonus that you don't get anywhere else. And if you understand how damage bonuses work, I'm getting a crap ton of damage because I've never had any damage bonuses in Meteor Strike. So I'm getting 0 to 200%, which is almost 4 times my regular damage now. Right? And you're thinking like, why can't I just put this on? This gives me 250% damage bonus. The other one gives me 200%. Because my damage bonus right now that I currently have is 1676. Right? Putting 200% of that is going to do absolutely nothing. Almost nothing. I'd have to get 3,200, I think, to even see a double of my damage here, versus if I were to put the Meteor Shower damage here, because it's currently at a 0. If you understand how that works, you understand how that works. Here, I just have Ring of Flame Demon for the damage. You can put on Star of the Heavens if you don't want to take 50% of your life. If you don't want to be at 50% life all the time, you can do this with Raging Soul. It's up to you. Or if you don't want to do either of those, you could do this. Okay, you're going to get 20% damage reduction in all elements, 20% in elemental damage. Haven't done any refinements. Empowerments, I mean, I've only got 2 primals here. So, I mean, Flame Meteor, obviously, and Dominant Skill Damage. That's really it. I'm missing anything? Apex. I mean, I don't even have enough for Apex. All these should be maxed, and I just put them into attack here. This I just use, when dealing damage to monsters, and at the start I get Apex points. Not really relevant because I don't have enough to make it relevant. You pop Turncoat, I just have Arcane on auto attack, and we just go. And as you can tell, it's putting in work. We don't want to grab that damage bonus because I want you to see what the raw damage of this looks like. This is a 150, and I have 3 primals, and only one of them actually gives me damage. Turn our Turncoat back on, it's a big part. You want to make sure your beam is hitting something. Sometimes you can be at a distance, and it won't be hitting anything. Boss spawns, I'm just going to circle it. Look at the top, look at that debuff bar right there. I died, but you get the point. See that? And that's what I meant by survivability. You see, you're still getting absolutely wrecked in 150s, but you're just blowing it out of the water. Like, see how fast that boss died? Naturally, I would have hit it, like, actually a health pot there and saved myself. But that's the point I'm making, is that this build with absolutely nothing just can blow away 150s, right? I see a lot of people with Fireball having to have like 3-4 damage primals. I've got one, and my one in my bank, or my residence, and that's it. So do what you will with it, but that's pretty much the basics of it. Love it. It's quite a fun build. Even with tons of gear, you can do like 13-14 second hells. You can do 26 second level 30 infernos. And I haven't ran it Nightmare yet, but because of the stacking vulnerability from this, because it's infinite, I mean, the possibilities are kind of endless with this build, but I haven't even got to test it yet. So it's a fun new build that's not Fireball. If you guys like it, give it a shot. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys later.